Welcome back, everyone. We are not afraid to die if we can all be together by Gordon Cook and Alan East. Part 3. We have done part 1 and 2, introduction, summary, and explanation of some part in part 1 and 2. So let us continue explanation. First of all, word meanings. Timbers means wood board used in building of a ship. Starboard means side of a ship which is on the right side when one is facing forward. Bulged means swell. Sloshed means move through liquid with a splashing sound, and bashed means strike hard or hit. So let us start explanation. So the crewmen Larry and Hop, they were pumping the water very fast. The timbers of the ship were broken and were hanging badly. The starboard of the ship had sunk. Clothes, crockery, charts, tins, and toys were roaming around in deep water. The narrator swam and crawled to the children's cabin and asked the children whether they were all right. The children replied yes. Sue, his daughter, complained about a big bump on her head. But the narrator did not pay much attention to it, as his major concern at that time was to save them. The narrator found screws, hammer, and canvas. He went back to the deck. The broken starboard side was letting so much water in. If the narrator could not fix the problem, they would all sink in the sea. Next paragraph. Word meanings first. Deflected means turned aside. Canvas, a strong unbleached cloth. Debris means rubbish. Wrenched means pull suddenly. And forestay means a rope to support ship's foremast. And dinghies are small boats. The narrator stretched the canvas cloth and secured the waterproof hatch which covered the gaping holes. Some water streamed below and some was now deflected over the side. The hand pump was blocked as rubbish was floating around the cabins and entered it. The electric pump short-circuited. As the water level rose, the narrator found two hand pumps had been removed along with a rope, jib, a small boat, and the main anchor. He found another electric pump under the chart room. He connected it to an out pipe and it started working. Next paragraph. Mayday calls. Words used to signal ships stuck in a disaster situation through radio. Like nowadays in our mobile phones we have SOS. So begin the explanation. The whole night was about the endless routine of pumping out of water, steering the wheel and working the radio. There were no replies to their signals sent over the radio as they were in the remotest part of the world. Sue's head was now more swollen and she had two black eyes with a deep cut in her arm. When upon being asked why she didn't tell about her injuries earlier, she said that she did not want to worry him as he was trying to save all of them. Next. Smashed means badly broken. Keel means steel structure along the base of the ship. Pinpricks means a prick caused by a pin. And in this line, pinpricks in the vast ocean means the two small islands in the vast ocean were very tiny, like the prick caused by a pin. Abated means something unpleasant to become less intense, and auxiliary engine means small secondary engine used to board ships to operate a windlass in the ship. Explanation: the water level was under control by the morning of January 3rd. So all of them took 2 hours rest in rotation. But there still was a leak somewhere below the water line. Upon checking, the boat rib structure was badly broken down till the base of the ship. The whole section of starboard was held together with a few cupboard partitions. The ship's condition was so bad that it would not make it till Australia. The narrator checked the charts and calculated that there were two small islands a few kilometers to the east. One of them was Isle Amsterdam, which was a French scientific base. Their only hope was to search it and reach those islands, but only if the wind and the sea do not cause further damage, else their chances were slim. The wave had destroyed the ship's auxiliary engine. Next. Rigging means the ropes and wires supporting the structure of the ship. Hull means the framework of the vessel. Respite means a short period of rest. And deteriorate means getting worse. So after 36 hours of continuous pumping on January 4th, the water was only a few centimeters left to be pumped out. But they still had to pump out the water which was coming in. They could not set sail on the main mast. They hoisted the storm jib and sailed towards the two small islands. They had their first meal in 2 days. That was some corned beef and cracker biscuits found by Mary. The rest period was short-lived as black clouds built up around 4 p.m. The wind was now 40 knots and the sea was getting higher. The weather got worse, and by the early morning of January 5, the situation was bad. Next, heave to means to raise or lift with effort. Paraffin means colorless flammable oil liquid. When the narrator went to comfort his children, his son asked him whether they were going to die. He tried to assure him that they would make it. His son replied that they were not afraid to die till they all were together, and this filled the narrator with a determination to fight back. He made efforts to protect the weakened starboard side. He used an improvised sea anchor made of heavy nylon rope and two 22-liter plastic barrels of kerosene. That same evening, the narrator and his wife sat holding hands, and they believed that their end was near. So it is now time to say thank you. Thank you for watching part 3. Thank you very much.